What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and as promised yesterday, this is my one word for 2020 video. So as you can see, I've got a little quiz open here. We're going to take that and find out what my one word for this year is. So this quiz has 10 questions, and this first one is, in this present moment I feel, and we've got happy, hopeful, stressed, sad and uncertain. Now, I'm not stressed and sad, and I don't feel uncertain, but I haven't quite achieved true happiness yet, so we're going to go with hopeful. I am seeking more joy, gratitude, inspiration, empowerment, and love. At this present time, I'm seeking more inspiration, so we're going to go with that. I would like to strengthen my emotional self, my physical self, my intellectual self, or my spiritual self. Now, I do deal with a little bit of mental illness, and there are obviously things that I want to improve physically as well. But I think that those two things kind of go hand in hand. My intellectual self I'm happy with, so I'm going to be going with spiritual self here. I want to be reminded of how far I've come, what makes me unique, the meaningful relationships in my life, how grateful I am, and my truth. I don't need to be reminded of how far I've come. I can see tangible evidence of how far I've come in the last couple of years, especially. So I don't need to be reminded of that. What makes me unique, I am well aware of. I try to make that sort of the forefront of everything I do with the gifts that I've been given. How grateful I am and my truth, I also don't particularly need reminding of, but there are some times where I sort of regress into focusing on myself too much and less on my friends and stuff, and I do try to keep that in mind, so I want to be reminded of the meaningful relationships in my life. The three words that resonate with me the most, obviously we've got some options there: growth, purpose, impact, love, kindness, compassion, create freedom, imagine freedom, grateful, embrace, abundance, smile, laugh, joy. Now if you know me, either from the channel that I was uploading to last year or from other social medias or even in person, you'll know that create, imagine and freedom are the ones that resonate with me the most. For the next 3 months, I want to focus on career, relationships, self-care, creating and acts of service. Similar to how I was going to focus on relationships a couple of questions back, this one I feel sort of is a two-sided coin with careers. If you focus too much on relationships, you're not focusing enough on your career, and that can have its own adverse effects. If you're focusing too much on your career, you're not focusing enough on relationships. And both of those neglect from self-care, so there's sort of a three-sided thing there. Acts of service are fine, but again, you can do an act of service within your self-care, your relationships and your career. And being a creative person, I'm going to be focusing on creating. The affirmation I want to tell myself, we've got I'm courageous, I'm worthy, I'm limitless, I'm loved, and I'm optimistic. I am generally an optimistic person, and I am well aware, self-aware enough at least, to know that I am loved by so many people, and I'm extremely grateful to have all those people in my life. I do know my own worth, even if sometimes I don't feel like I am worth that, and courage comes in so many different forms that's really a take it how you sort of interpret it kind of thing. Problem though with I am limitless, which is going to be the one that I'm choosing here obviously, is that I know that I'm like it's not something that I need to be constantly telling myself, but it is more a case of my environment that's limiting me on certain things. There are obviously other things that I can do, no worries, but there are some things when it comes to my health or my physical location that do stop me from doing or participating in certain things. So I'm limitless. The most important thing to me right now, my health and happiness, my impact on the world, my family and friends, my continued growth and expansion, and my career success. This one, my impact on the world, I mean, everyone wants to make an impact on the world, but it's not sort of the most important thing to me at the moment. My family and friends are always important to me, so that's not like a right now thing. My continued growth and expansion is, again, always important to me. My career success, while it is important, is not how I want to be focusing my energies. So I'm going to be focusing on sort of the most important thing with my health and happiness. Alright, so the quote that resonates with me the most: "Be the change you wish to see in the world" by Gandhi. Sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy, by Thich Nhat Hanh. There is only one happiness in this life: to love and be loved, by George Sand. If you can dream it, you can do it, by Walt Disney. And appreciation is a wonderful thing, makes what's excellent in others belong to us as well, by Voltaire. Now, while Gandhi is sort of the gold standard for this sort of philosophical thing, I'm going to be going with Disney, because I am a bit of a dreamer myself, and if I can dream it, I can do it is a pretty good philosophy to live by. And the final question here, finish the sentence: I want to live purposefully, free, joyfully, authentically, and gracefully. Joyfully obviously would be nice, but I don't want to be sort of putting on a facade. Gracefully, if you're focusing too much on being graceful, like that has its own hindrances. If you're only living purposefully, you are missing out on the freedom of things, and vice versa freedom. So I'm going to be going with authentically for this last question. And so my word is inspiration, which, if you remember from the channel trailer, I did have the word inspire on that background. This is where that came from. If you like the video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you all next time.